Welcome to Newlinks Training Solutions Tutorial 1, Locating and Using Your Training Resources. The purpose of this tutorial is to help you to locate your training resources in Moodle. All the instructions on this video will be discussed in class with your tutor. This video is intended as a supplementary resource to ensure that you are supported throughout your learning journey with us. You will have already received a welcome email with mandatory instructions. Pay close attention to the mandatory instructions in your welcome email. These instructions must be followed by all learners. They cover privacy, use of devices and visual attendance. These guidelines ensure that all training activities carried out in a virtual learning environment are in full compliance with QQI quality assurance guidelines. A quick review of your mandatory instructions. Internet access. Learners must ensure that they have adequate bandwidth to ensure positive and effective participation. Learners must have access to a camera and a microphone. Learners must attend all sessions with their video and audio turned on. Use of virtual backgrounds is not permitted. If there's a risk of anyone passing through your workstation, you must use headphones to ensure that classroom discussions remain private. Learners must attend training in a private, secure location to protect the privacy of all trainees in line with GDPR guidelines. Learners who are using a tablet or other mobile device must ensure that the device is in a static position for the full duration of training. Your interactive Moodle dashboard looks like this. Once you've completed the enrolment form, you will have access to all your training resources. Identifying the documents you need for study or assessment tasks. In the weekly session folders, documents are identified by their title. Important documents will be presented as screenshots on your PowerPoint for identification purposes. If in doubt about anything, check with your tutor during or after a training session. We strongly recommend that you review the folder before each session and become familiar with the contents before each session begins. The PowerPoint for each session is always the first item on the list, as shown in the display here. Your assignment brief. This is one of the most important documents that you'll receive. It's the only document that must be printed. You will need to refer to this document for every session from session 2 onwards, and it's always found in the session 2 folder and labelled as shown. In the front of your assignment brief, you'll find a checklist. This will instruct you on how to complete your portfolio for submission for certification. There are 2 signatures required within this document. One signature is required on page 4 and a second signature is required on page 5. Link's expiry date. The link to your library will expire 3 weeks after your course is completed to allow for access during the time you're completing your written assignments. Wishing you the best of luck. If you need any further assistance, please use the email in your Moodle dashboard, or you can email us directly at tutorinfo@newlinkstraining.com. Thank you very much for listening.